Louth and Antrim went into their first championship meeting since 2004, knowing it was a case of do or die for them after losing on their previous outing. Colm Judge benefited from the departure of Andy MacDonald from the Louth squad since their last game against Wexford, and on his return to the starting lineup, the forward broke the deadlock with a point inside the first minute. But despite a slow start, Antrim gradually found their feet, with Conor Murray landing their first score with this point after a surging run at the heart of the Louth defence. The Ulster side suffered a blow, however, after 15 minutes as Kieran Byrne struck for a Louth goal. Good work by Derek Maguire resulted in Byrne slotting the ball past goalkeeper Chris Kerr, and suddenly the wee county were up by 6 points. But Antrim hit back in style, thanks in no small part to influential forward Paddy Cunningham. The Louth Darg man reeled off 3 points in quick succession. This one was the third to cut the deficit in half. In the closing stages of the first half, Louth had a glorious chance of another goal as Adrian Reid burst forward from the back, but fortunately for the visitors, he drilled his shot wide of the post. Antrim had managed to chalk up just 6 points in their clash with Monaghan last time out, but Michael Heron's point meant they had matched their tally from that game in the first half alone against Louth. The home side began the second half leading by 1-7 to 6 points, and they almost added another goal within 20 seconds of the restart as Judge's shot was broken down by Kerr, who was relieved to deny the lurking Byrne. But while Antrim were still trailing, they were given renewed hope when Michael Pollock got in for a goal. Brendan Heron fetched the ball and laid it off for Pollock to fire home in the 48th minute. Antrim had their tails up, but Louth were not going to be caught, with substitute Ronan Carroll doing his prospects of nailing down a starting place no harm with this point as they began to take a firm grip. Not even the dismissal of goalkeeper Neil Gallagher and a straight red card for dissent late on could derail the Louth challenge, and it fell to former All-Star Paddy Keenan to seal Louth's first qualifier win in 7 attempts with this point, the last score of the game, as they came out on top by 117 to 111.
Yeah, I thought we played some fantastic football. I thought we opened what is a very defensive Antrim team up very, very well. Probably didn't take all of our opportunities, and the game could have been a bit more comfortable in the last 15 minutes. But the positives were the energy that we showed. Some of the football we played was fantastic. Like any qualifier game, first round, the positive is to get through it and be able to be thinking about the draw for the next round.
Just one previous championship encounter between Westmeath and Fermanagh as the pair clashed in Mullingar. Their first meeting coming at Cusack Park back in 2002, a game which Fermanagh won easily. But it was Westmeath, newly promoted to League Division 1, who came into the game as favourites to progress. And they got on the score sheet early as John Heslin set up Dennis Glennon, and just 30 seconds at the lapse before Glennon put Westmeath in front, left-footed. But Fermanagh hit back, and full forward Sean Quigley started to exert his influence on the game. He scored 3 points in a row, one of those a free, and this long-range effort put Fermanagh 3 points to 1 ahead. Quigley's effort just having enough to clear Gary Connaughton's crossbar. A John Heslin free reduced the margin to 1, but Fermanagh hit back straight away, scoring the first goal of the afternoon in the 12th minute, and it came from the speculative effort by Conor Quigley, which Connaughton failed to deal with. In a game that seesawed all afternoon, Westmeath, helped by points from Glennon, Heslin and Dennis Caroon, reduced the gap back to 2. But it went out to 5 again when Damien Kelly got his side's second goal, and Fermanagh led by 4 at half-time. There was almost 10 minutes registered on the second half clock as Westmeath were awarded a penalty. Dennis Glennon got in on goal, only to be unceremoniously taken down by the Fermanagh goalkeeper Chris Snow. Snow was shown a yellow card by referee Rory Hickey, and John Heslin converted the penalty. The sides were now level. A John Egan point put Westmeath ahead, But they were rocked back when Fermanagh scored a goal and 2 in reply. The three-pointer coming from the boot of Ryan Jones. A quite brilliant finish, and once again Fermanagh were ahead. But 3 Westmeath scores cut the deficit to 1 again. John Heslin scored a couple of frees, and Dennis Caroon also got involved in the Westmeath scoring, the Mullingar Shamrocks man, pointing from a difficult angle. Fermanagh led by 3 before Westmeath had Kieran Martin dismissed for a second yellow card, and with minutes remaining the gap was back to 1 through Callum McCormack. McCormack then levelled the match late on. But in a frantic finish, and with the Fermanagh supporters screaming for a point, corner back John Woods obliged to put Fermanagh 1 up with time running out. Westmeath had one last chance to send the game to extra time, but Glennon's high ball bounced away harmlessly, and moments later the referee blew the full-time whistle. Fermanagh had upset the favourites to advance to the next round of the qualifiers on a full-time scoreline: Fermanagh 3-10, Westmeath 1-15.
Delighted for them that they've got the justice that they deserve from the work rate that they've put in, that training and the sacrifices they've made. And you know, I felt some of the criticism that they got after the Cavan match, you know, was unwarranted and, you know, disappointing. But I'm delighted for them today that they proved a point and came away from Mullingar with a victory.
Absolutely deflated, like, you know, we set out our stall to start the year and we done quite well in the league, and we didn't bring it into championship, like, you know, and we performed very, very poorly out there today. Fermanagh were by far the better team, and they ran through us by times and we struggled big time, and we just didn't turn up on the day at all.
OK, Kevin, on Friday morning on the radio, you went for Fermanagh to beat Westmeath, which was against the bookies completely and the general view. Why did you do that?
Because I saw them play against Cavan up in